Hey everybody, hello, it's Christy. So tonight we're doing something that's very different. I'm actually just working on things, so I don't have a specific craft, but I wanted to show you what I've been working on. I'm working on these for my TikTok. Well, I'm working on them for my Etsy. So I normally talk about whatever I'm dropping on Etsy or whatever's coming to my Etsy shop on my TikTok. So I will announce it on Facebook too. So you guys, I wanted to show you what I've been working on. These were my idea. And I feel like they kind of went viral, but they didn't. Hi, Marlene. How are you? Marlene, I am so sad. That game was crazy. Hi, Sue. How are you? Marlene, I'm so sad. I'm so sad, darn it. Okay, you guys, so I'm working on something for my Etsy shop, and I'm gonna work on one for you together. Obviously, this is something that it takes days and days, but I'm gonna go over the steps and show you, and then you guys can tell me what you think. And I don't even know if I have all my supplies, but that's okay. We're here for it. I may have to plug you in. I thought my cord was plugged in, but apparently it's not. So I just have to look at the battery on my phone. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? How is everybody? You guys, it feels like Sunday to me because I did not work today. I work tomorrow, but it was MLK Day, so we were off today. So I actually got to get some stuff done here. Our kits are almost ready to go, and I had some orders to fill. Hi, Cheryl. And yeah, I feel like I've been piddle paddling. Does anybody use that terminology anymore? My grandma used to say that. So I'm going to show you what I have made so far. You guys, if I had more time and I need to plug in my phone. If I had more time and I wasn't like riding around all the time and going here and going there, these would have been done already. But you know what? We're just going to go for it. Let me plug in my phone while we're waiting for people to come. I apologize, you guys. I've been in here all day. So, not all day, but most of the day. Okay. I have to plug you in. Where's my cord? You guys, I'm sorry if I'm moving you around. Okay. I did not mean to make you seasick, you guys. Okay. I'm here. We're here for it. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on, and I'm going to stop talking about it. So I've been working on little journals, but they're going to come with I'm going to call them my sweetheart kits. Okay. And I'll show you what they are. So these are very similar to the journal ornaments that we made. They're a little bit bigger in size. I don't even know how big they are. Let me see. Where is my ruler? I just had it today. Okay, never mind. I have one right here. So they are about, let's see. I don't know how to read this mat. This is actually like thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. This is actually a baking mat, so I have no idea if this is right or not. It's a 5 by, it says 5 by, it's a little bit less than 5 by 5, which that doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Hold on. 5 by 5.5 or so. I just eyeballed it when I made my template. So I made a template. Okay. And then I'll show you guys what I did. I used my board, words are hard tonight. These things. I've talked about it many, many times, right? Oh, my chipboard. That's what I was going for. Hi, Tammy. And I made them actually longer. So I actually have like a long piece. Okay. And then I did my fabric, which I got this fabric. And I'll show you the other kinds. I did like 2 of each. And then I put an inside. This is to bind it together. So I'll show you I'm not going to show you what I did, but I'll tell you what I did because I'm not going to start over with these. So I used my chipboard. I measured out, I want to say this is probably a 10 by what is it? About 5.5. So 10 by 5.5. And I got all this together. So what I did was I cut my fabric a little bit bigger, and then I folded it over, and then I put a piece of cardstock inside. So it's pretty inside, right? So this is going to be my little fabric journal. This is like a little Valentine's Day journal, something that you and your sweetheart can put pictures in, or something that's a smaller version, okay, just for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Tammy. Okay, so I made these. So I have the conversation hearts. I have the little cherries and the bows. Okay, I'm still not sure what I'm going to put on the front of these yet. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on the front because I think they're pretty as is. This one is a little wrinkly. That one will probably be like a sample one. And then I have the dogs. You guys, look at the dogs. Aren't they super cute? Look at, oh, it's Chloe. It's Chloe. And that looks like my Kudo. My little puppy that passed away. And this one's almost like Coda, right? So cute, right? So I will tell you, the fabric came from Hobby Lobby. All three of them, I think. And their fabric is like 40% off if you can find it. So make sure you check there. Okay, next I'm going to do, that's what I did. So I Mod Podged it on, let them dry. I folded it over and made it nice and clean inside. Okay, you guys can see that. So now I'm going to take some pages. Now, we're going to do this one together, but I'll show you what the inside looks like. So I took almost the same measurements for the pages. These are probably going to be about 1 inch smaller. Well, maybe not 1 inch, something like that. Let me see. And I'm actually better at eyeballing than I am measuring. So if you guys think I'm crazy, that's just how my brain works. So I'm just better at eyeballing it. So I make them a little bit smaller. This is a bad example because I was actually off on my paper here, but that's okay. So see how I did like an inside for each of them? So I made them a little bit smaller, almost a little bit shorter than this piece inside. So I'm just kind of trimming it all down, and we can trim some, fabric edges or whatever. So what I'm doing is I put about, I think there's 6 pages in here. Let me see. 1, 2, you could do as many as you want to. You don't want it too thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Yeah, about 6. So I just use like this vintage paper. It just looks cute. Hi, Dee. How are you? Congrats on your 1600, girl. That's exciting. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome, girl. Okay. So this is where we left off. This is not that we left off online. This is just where I left off. And I was like, I need to do this anyway. I might as well come on and say hi to my friends because I told you I'd be live today. I was working on my Valentine's is up. I do have to make the Disney ornaments, which are basically nothing. I'm just putting a hook through them so I can hang them on my tree. And then I'll show you guys tomorrow. So hopefully if I get a break in between calls or like on my break, I'll have them done and you guys can see the tree. I'll put the ornaments on and you guys can see my tree all decorated. So I do a Valentine tree every year and it's puppy love. So that is my Valentine theme. I'm good, Denise. I'm good. Okay. I'm going to pull this through just a little bit so I don't lose it. So a lot of you probably get stressed out, or you're not quite sure how to do your hole punching and your sewing. So we're going to do that here together today. Okay, so this is just practice. Okay, these are excellent little books to practice with if you don't want to ruin like a real book. They're very easily made. You can use it with scrap fabric. If the piece of fabric that you have isn't large enough, you can make this whatever size you want. This is just something that I eyeballed together. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We're going to need our hemp cord. Now I will say this is what I picked up at the Hobby Lobby. Their their hem cord, I'm throwing it at you guys, is very thick. So you need an embroidery needle that's very thick. This size actually will not work for that one. I had to go find my smaller one. I cannot focus. There you go. You see how small and big that is? So what I'm doing is I am going to sew this in, but I'm going to show you how I do the holes first. Hi, Karen. Karen, tomorrow I have to add you to our chat and I have to get your stuff out. So you're going to start so Karen joined our ATC club and she's going to be starting in March. I'm so excited. Karen, I don't have any kits left for Valentine's Day, for say the ones that we were doing right now. So if you're okay with starting in March, which I'm super excited for March, let me know if you need, I could possibly send you some extra printables from February. I just won't have all the materials. Hi, Missy. Hi, Sheila. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to kind of line this up with you. So if you're working on a bunch of journals like this, you want to go ahead and make yourself a template. So March is fine. Okay, perfect. So that you know what, all of them are about even. You want all of them to look alike, especially if you're going to be selling these in craft shows and things like that. So I just took a piece of scrap cardstock. This was left over from a pocket that I had cut, I think from our card holder. And what I did was, don't look up there, I messed up there. But I basically put this in the middle of my book. So I'll show you what I did. So I took my book, and then I took my pages, I kind of pushed them all together, make sure they're nice and straight, and then I put it in my book. This is only a one small signature journal, okay? And of course, now I messed it up. There we go. That should be good. So I'm going to put it in the middle of my book. So I have a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom. That's about even. And then I'm going to take clips or whatever you have. I know I work with a lot of clips, clothespins, whatever you have. They have these at the Dollar Tree, and these are really strong too. And I'm going to clip them on each side like this. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to have a little spine. This is not even, I didn't even really make a spine, but that's okay. We're going to try to get it as close to to the middle piece as possible, as the spine as possible. So I'm using an awl. You can even use a pokey tool, and some sewing kits actually have like a seam. I've actually done it in a pinch with one of these. So if you don't have money or a big awl or anything, you could try using this. You may have to twist it around a bit to get a little bit thicker, but that's how I do this, okay? Because I've made quite a bit of these. So be very, very careful. Obviously, this thing is sharp, and one of our followers hurt themselves on it, so just be careful. So what I did was, make sure you're working on a surface. You don't care if this gets messed up. So what I do is, I just kind of, look at me, I'm not doing it right. I take my template. I find my book. This is the front of my book. I don't want it upside down. We're going to do it this way. So there's my book. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to write top at the top of our template, because this could mean a lot. This could mean you getting confused or not. I've actually done that before. And then we're going to clip this where it needs to go. Since I already did this, because I was showing you, I want to make sure I do it correctly. So we're going to clip our template and our pages and our book all together, and we're going to push it back as much as we can so it's nice and tight. Then we're going to take our awl and we're going to find where you can always pre-draw the holes or you can eyeball it. It's really up to you. So I'm going to find my hole that I already made, and I'm going to just kind of drive it in there. If you don't make it too thick, it's going to be easy to do. Okay, so we'll pull it back out, and then I'll find my other hole and I'll drive it in there. If you guys can see what I'm doing. It's very, if you need help with this part, get somebody with muscle. As long as you draw the hole, it's pretty simplest. It's pretty simple. Just be careful not to hurt yourself. That's the main thing. Hi, Amanda. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. Now, a little trick I have learned. When I am sewing journals, I just don't go in one side. I go back in through the top because it makes my hole a little bit more visible, especially for us that, you know, wear glasses or cannot see. And it does make it a little bit easier to sew this way. So again, make sure you're lining up your holes. See, I almost went in that. Hi, Jen. How are you? Hello, Jennifer. I'm just kind of working on something for my Etsy, and I wanted to show you what I was working on. Okay. And that just kind of helps put those holes into place, so when I'm sewing, you can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to easily keep our pages where they're at, so clip them down. And I just kind of went underneath because we don't want to sew this part in. Unless you do, then you just have to make more of them. Okay, now I have my twine. It should be about 3 times the size of this, and a little bit extra will be fine. This should be fine. Let me get some washi tape, because we're gonna have that hold this in place. Like me, I used to have oh, you had to have cataract surgery? Yes, it's fabric covered. Let me go over that real quick. So, while I'm putting this in. So, we're going to actually go through the middle hole first. And it should be pretty simplistic. So then we're going to leave a little tail, like a little kite. Did you guys watch the kite event that the herd put on? It was so cute. Okay, so it really doesn't matter how you sew it. It all should be the same, but I'm going to sew it the right way. So this is where I'm going. So Jen, I used chipboard, and then I covered it with fabric, and I did, this is fabric, and then I just did a piece of cardstock inside to make like a nice inside of it and the inside the cover. And now I am sewing in about 6 pieces. And all I did was fold them in half. These are like vintage. I think I got these at bottom of the bin when I was there that day. These are like vintage older papers, because that just seems to work with pretty much. You could do that with almost any theme. You could do white paper, lined paper, whatever you want. But yes, I'll show them to you again when we're done. All right, so now we're going to go take this. Now, I'm going to show you something. Sometimes it's harder when you have the larger books that are heavier. I'm going to show you a trick. If I cannot get that needle through and I don't want to pinch myself, and I'll do it one time for you, I take my little pliers and I pull it. And that helps so much with the sewing. I know a lot of you are like, I don't know about the sewing. This isn't really my thing, but I promise you, the more you do, the better it'll be. Okay, so I'm going to put this back where it needs to be, which is this way. So I'm going to go through the top hole and see how I punched it in both places. It'll be fine because you're going to basically do this twice anyway. So if you're bad at catching your grip, that I'm telling you, ooh, that came undone. No. Our washi tape didn't hold. Hold on a second, you guys. This washi tape is not sticky enough. That's the problem. Let me get a different piece of washi tape. I knew I should have used the bathroom before I came on here. You guys have been drinking and it's cold. It's cold in my craft room. Okay. Sorry about the disruption. All right. So now we went through the middle, in the middle hole, and we went through the top hole. Okay. Then we're going to go through the middle hole again. Be careful not to puncture the little cording that's already there. It'll weaken it. So that's why we don't do that if we can help it. And then you're going to go back through that middle hole. Then you're going to go through, you're on this side now, so you're going to go through the bottom, and then you're going to go through the top and through the middle again. Okay. So now you should have, it should look like this now. Okay. Then we're going to go through the top hole again. This time we're going to skip the middle hole and go down through the bottom hole. And then we're going to come back through here. And then we're going to go through the middle hole lastly. Now, I hope everybody got that. Okay. And we'll do another one too. Now, you see how it's kind of hard to get through? I'm going to show you guys my trick. So you take your little pliers. These can be the ones that you do beading with, whatever. And then you just kind of grasp that needle and you just pull it. Just be careful. You just pull it through. Because you want it nice and tight, right? You don't want it to be all loose. All right, now we're going to take this off. That's way too much cording, by the way. You don't even really need that much cording. And now we're going to tie it. I like to do it 3 times for good measure, but you can tie it as many times as you want. It's not going anywhere, I promise you that. All right, so I know a lot of us I've done this before, but a lot of us are nervous or whatever feelings we have about it. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight. This is actually a little bit loose, but it's okay. It's just a small book, okay? So now we have our signatures sewn in. And that is a homemade little journal for you. So obviously my pages are kind of stuck together. You can go like this a little bit. But now they're all kind of sewn in. Now, to make your enclosure, if you wanted to make a little enclosure like our Snoopy one. Where is my Snoopy one? I swear it was up here, but I may have moved it. When you glue in the inside of your cardstock, you would put your ribbon through there so that you can close it at the end. Or you can just tie it with a nice like ribbon or whatever you wanted. So see how now all our pages are intact? So, and it's just a cute little, simple little journal. Now, another thing you can do is if you want to make an enclosure so that it kind of sticks together, you can use twine. And I'm just gonna kind of keep it like that. I don't know if I cut this long enough, but we'll see. Yeah, it's fine. And then I just kind of wrap it around once, and then I just tie a cute little bow. Obviously, I'd make it a little bit longer, so you might want to measure that, but that's another way to do it. Okay, I'm just going to keep mine open right now. You can actually, I put this together. Hi, Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Amy. So when I put this together, it is with Mod Podge, so it's a little stiff. You can actually kind of, you know, unstiff it, however you do it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again with another one. But first, I'm going to put a little bit of this bric-a-brac on here, just on the end. So I'm going to make it look like it has a binding. So let me just kind of cut this real quick. And I do have some decoration that I may think about. I may not do it live, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if you're trying to like hold your book straight like that, you can use something heavy. Hello, Kathleen. How are you? Are you freezing? I know you are. It's freezing here. Somebody said that was awfully warm today. I don't know what state they were in, though. I was like, oh my gosh, really? Well, we're not, and we're Floridians. All right, I'm just going to use my fabric tack. And I just kind of follow that squiggly line. And I'm just going to decorate the front of these. These aren't like, you know, the golden books that I have to be like perfected on. Okay. moved it a little bit. That's okay. So there is our little journal. So, hi, Mom. Okay. So that is what I have. This is what we made. I'm going to do it one more time for you guys because I have 6 of these to work on. No, I don't. I'm lying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I'm not lying. It's 6 of these. Okay. So we're going to do it again. So let me get my hemp cord. I don't mind using the thin hemp cord. This one's just really, really thick. That's too small. So we're going to toss that so I don't accidentally use it. All right, so now I know we don't need something that big. It's always best to use more than you think. That's probably perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do our little threading our needle first, because that's what's the time consuming. All right, so Mom, I'm showing you guys how to sew journals tonight. I'm just showing you how to sew a little simple journal. So my mom could probably tell you I've been working on these for a little while now. I don't know if I'm going to decorate very much on this. I did, however, find these little conversation iron-ons. Oh, well, good, Mom. I'm glad. I'm not going to be on too long. I'm just working on stuff, and I'm going to show you what's going to be coming to my Etsy I'm working on. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put a couple of those on there, but I'm not sure yet because I can't find these anymore. I grabbed them, and then I only grabbed one, and you guys know how that goes. Okay, so let me get my papers. I got them kind of folded, and I folded these kind of with the book so it would go with it. So let me see. That's pretty good. Now I got my template. Don't forget your template. And I'm going to put it in there. Sometimes your paper is going to be a little crooked, and that's okay. You just straighten it up as much as you can. And this is where we're going to poke our holes. So I'm telling you, template is the way to go because it holds everything in place, and you're not wishy-washing all around. Well, it's -8. Oh, you just pulled out your winter jacket. It'll be -45. Oh my gosh, Kathleen, that's crazy. Are you right by the lake then? Is that why you have that lake snow effect? I'm cold just hearing those words. Just reading it, I'm cold. Yeah, I'm so glad I did not. I'm going to close this, you guys. You always want to close this. This stuff is expensive. Yeah, I would have never survived in New York. I'm sorry. It wouldn't have happened. Okay, make sure your top is lining up with the top of where you want your cover to be. That's the only thing you have to be careful of. Because I've seen people do that before. They did put it in upside down. All right, so I'm going to find my hole again. And then I'm going to kind of drive this through. Yep. And then I found that hole. Drive that one through. I feel bad I'm driving it through the puppies, but I didn't hit a puppy yet, so it'll happen. Okay. And then this one, I'm gonna get his eye. It's okay. They're already called for a 2-hour delay for school tomorrow. I bet. Now, I did live up north for a little while, and I remember those delays. We don't have delays like that here in Florida. We have hurricane days. My husband was raised in New York, and he said he won't go back. What part of New York is he from, Sue? We just watched that poor Buffalo game. They were cheated, I think, but, you know, to each his own. It's been a crazy season for most of the teams, I'll tell you what. Okay. Now, I don't see the hole anymore, and that happens. Especially when you're working with fabric, it might just go back to normal. So I go through again and just kind of put my awl in a little bit more and maybe jiggle it around so you can see the hole. And that's why I go back down through the other side so I can easily see those holes. So I'm sewing it correctly, especially when you have a dark fabric. Clifton Springs. I do not know where that is. Okay, so I'm going to hold my pages. Take this out. This makes it not shift around. Okay, it's perfect. And then I will take my... That's the bad one. We're going to take this one, put that back up. And then I'll show you guys my heart tag flip. It's not because of snow, it's because of freezing. Oh, because of the freezing cold. It is so cold here. You guys are gonna probably laugh at me, but my husband went to work this morning. It was like still just, you know, barely sunrise. It was like right after sunrise, and he got to his work van, and oh, I have to read what that was wrote. Hold on one second about that. But his windshield was full of ice. He showed me a picture of it, and we don't see that in Florida like ever. Okay. Let me see. Our schools are closed for the protesters of ICE. Kathleen, are you still getting paid then or no? Oh, Kathleen. That is very sad. There's just too much of that anymore. I don't understand what this country's doing. I just don't get it, in my opinion. It's just not good. Not good. All right. So now I want to see, yep, this is my front. So I'm going to come through the middle. We're going to go through the middle part. And you see how I felt, again, we're going to pull it through with the pliers if we need to. So it's not really a matter of strength. We have a lot of, oh, we have a lot of fog. We have fog a lot here. I don't know what it is. Where's the end to this? There it is. Chrissy's blind tonight. I can't speak. I can't see. I should probably just relax. It is crazy. It is crazy. Whether, you know, obviously we don't talk politics, but I don't care what side you're on. It's still crazy either way. Okay, so I am going to pull this through and show you guys. So when you can't get that through, you just pull it with your little pliers. And that's how you do it, folks. So make sure it's nice and tight. So up through, in through the middle, up through the top, back through the middle again. And then it sometimes will get caught on the corner, so you can help that along. And then through the bottom. And then back through the middle again. Okay. And then back through the top. And then remember, we're going to skip the middle. And this part you guys can always watch over and over and over. And I will try to see if I can do another video about it. You guys, my phone storage is full and I have to like delete a lot of these videos I'm creating. So hopefully I never lose my page because I won't be able to get them back. I'm not buying any more storage. I can't. It's just crazy. And as much content as I create, I'd have to have a whole lot. Well, I went to preschool instead of a school, so I have to work. But K through 12 are schooling online through... Oh, they're schooling through online. Hi, Karen. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. Just to... My goodness. It's good. Those poor kiddos. They probably miss their friends and everything. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and tie my little 3 knots in here. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions on that part? Karen, I'm so happy to see you. How are you? All right, and then we'll cut that. So now we have our little signature journal. And then again, it's got these. And you can, you know, another thing you could do is to help it along. You can always like clip that together and then lay a heavy book or something on it. But that's what I'm making. So I'm making 6 of these. So they're going to be, those of you who just joined me, I did put a little bit of like decoration on this side. I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate them yet. But I do have the dogs and then the conversation hearts. And then I have the cherries with the little bows. So these are the 3 kinds I have. So let me show you what the sweetheart set is. I'm super, I haven't shown anybody this yet. So hopefully you guys will love the idea. Here, let me put my needle somewhere so I don't lose it. Actually, I'm going to put it right in here so I don't lose it. You guys, these little mint tins are great for things. Do you like these? Okay, awesome. So again, we're going to put like rickrack on it or whatever. I might use white for this one because it's got a lot of pink in it, but we'll see. So I'm going to use this journal since it's fairly done. I'm at the tail end of a bad cold. Well, at least you're almost there, girl. Just probably a few more days. Make sure you're drinking still plenty of liquids. Okay, I'm so excited. So this is what I came up with, and we're going to see how they go. So these are going to be available on my Etsy when I get them completed. And of course, I'll always let all my TikTok and Facebook followers know first before they are put on. There's one more thing that I have to add to this. So hold on, you guys. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing yet. Oh, I'm trying to see what one will look cute. I may decide to add a few more things too. We'll see. But anyways, it's going to come in a little set. And it's going to be a little kit. And then I got most of the things I've just kind of collected or I found for specifically this set. So I'll show you guys what I mean. So if you guys may recognize these, you love these journals. I have 5 books going on at the same time too. Oh my goodness. Lots of businesses closed, which is sad. Protesters are breaking into churches. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, that's never the answer though. Regardless of it, we are right or wrong. Both sides can't be wrong, you know? That's so sad. Okay. So if you guys may have seen this, let me get caught up here. These are those clear, like little containers. Now, there was a big bear one, and I almost picked it up when I saw them. I saw them at like, I don't know, it was like December something. Like they already had like their Valentine's Day stuff up. And I was looking at them and I was like, wow, for $5, these are a pretty good deal. They were huge. They were like 16 or 18 feet tall, right? And then I saw these and I was like, well, these are cute. Hello, not at work, Sharon, yay. Well, I was like, these are cute. I'm going to pick some of these up. And then I started seeing, so the gummy bear one went viral and you can't find them anywhere now because of course Christy slept on it. I didn't get it. Honestly, it was probably a little bit too big to ship. It would be something cool to put together for somebody that you're going to give it to, like when you're right there. But these are probably going to be shippable, I would say. So this is going to be your kit, okay? Now, I've got pink, clear, and red, I think. Unless I have just the red and clear. I don't know if I have the pink one. But this is what the kit will come with. This is the Sweetheart kit. So it's going to come with, obviously, your journal. And it's going to come with a, you know, this little heart is so cute. It's like a little balloon. It's like a miniature balloon. And you can put that in your journal just to kind of, as like a bookmark. It's so cute. It'll come with a little box of candy. So you can make something with it or journal with it when you're done eating the candy if you like the candy. None of my family likes this candy. Hi, Linda. It's going to come with a little bear charm. Okay. And then it'll come with your little pens. So it'll come with 2 pens for journaling. So this is going to be the Sweetheart kit. And it's all going to come in your little container. Now, I only have, hello, Christy. Hi, Linda. Now, I'm only making 6 of these. So I'll have limited supply, but this is basically what it's going to be. I want to look at these pens real quick. I don't mean to like use them, but make sure they work. Yes. So each pen is colored. So this is what I'm working on anyway. Hi, Paul. Okay. So what you guys can tell me what you think. So obviously you'll get your little mini journal in there and your bear. You'll get a little heart and then your little sweethearts. And then I may even throw in some extra things in here. I'm not sure. And then it closes like this. And I think these would be a really cute little gift, especially for the, like, I want to go on the guys' pages and be like, hey, does your girlfriend junk journal? You should probably get her one of these. So it comes with like the handmade journal and all the little goodies with it. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you love this? Like, I'm going to put them, I don't know what the price is going to be, so I have to figure out what it costs. It's probably not going to be under 20 just because of everything that goes with it. But I don't know. I have to basically see. I'm thinking it'll probably be around the $20 price range, something like that. You love it? I see your hearts. Yay, I'm so glad you love it. Okay, so this is what I've been working on. So I'm hoping to finish these this week and post them. And of course, when I drop them in my Etsy, I will let you guys know. I will post a little something on both my socials, and then I think I'll have 6 available. Yeah, 6 of them. So I think they're so cute. And even if it's somebody that like you want to like get into junk journaling, or if they are just like starting, it's a cute little kit just to see if they like it, you know, and it'll come with like everything you see. I think I have to get more these little balloons though, because I think I only have 4 of those. But yeah, I'll figure out something. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Christy. Welcome to there's my other member of the club. We have 2 new members now. So yeah, and then you can just use this for whatever. You can like use it to store whatever if you wanted. So that's what I am kind of making. And I'm probably going to throw in extras. Like I have these little erasers. Like we'll probably get a little eraser in there, because mistakes are okay. Always, right? Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you opening the craft box. But yeah, that's what I have tonight, and that's what I was working on. So I wanted to kind of show you. So again, get yourself a little piece of, you know, cardstock. If you don't already have chipboard, you could use cereal boxes. The only problem with cereal boxes is if you want it, there's a certain size for your cereal box. So use a bigger cereal box and then cut them down to the size. And again, these, I always write down what my template's for. I guess if you could read backwards, you saw another sneak peek of what else I've been working on, because I've been working on a lot. But I think these were 10 by, let me see. These were 8. Why do I feel like that's wrong? I don't know, you guys. Let me see. No, they were 8.5. So 8.5 this way, and was it like 5.5? Yeah. 8.5 by 5.5. These are fun gift ideas. And if you're really if you really want to challenge yourself and you have younger kids, you can make these for your kids' class. But Kathleen, I know that you could probably handle this. And you don't have to sew them. You can always glue them inside. Like, you could always use the method that I taught you with the little mini journals with the ornaments and fold them that way. Because those are something that the kids can do. They just need scissors and glue, and you can be right there. So you don't always have to do a sewing method. But that is the sewing method. And this is just a very small journal. It's very easy to show you guys how to do the sewing, because I know a lot of you are, I have seen, not you specifically that's on my live, but I have seen a lot of people that they don't want to try the sewing method. They're worried about it or whatever. But get yourself a little pair of like little pliers. These are fairly cheap in the beading section at Hobby Lobby, or, you know, you could probably find these in your garage or something. You'll have, you know, clean them off if they're rusty, obviously, but that way you can pull your needle through and you don't have to struggle so much. So, but yeah. That is what I have for you, and I have 4 more to do. And then I'll get them together and ready, and they'll probably be listed this week. So just keep an eye out for that. And let's see, is there anything else I have for you? Oh, I want to show you my tag flip. So if you are new here, or if you haven't seen yet, use your sewing machine on the longest stitch. My hand can't pull nothing. I understand, Kathleen, and that is a good idea. And then you'll get them done real good right away. My daughter kind of adopted my sewing machine, so I haven't seen it in a while. You hand sew too? So these, you guys, are what I've been working on. So you'll see a video from me every day posted. I'm working on a heart a day every day for 30 days. And I just basically, I don't really have a plan. I just come over here and just see what I'm in the mood for, and I make it. And then I post a video. So these are available on all of my platforms that you guys can see start to finish. I'm going to say I don't love this one, like really at all, but I wanted to do something for the new year. And I really like the sign because it said meet me at midnight, because kisses. So hi, Becca Boo. Okay. And then, of course, I love my puppies, and this is Puppy Love. And this was all done with scraps that I just ripped up, basically. And I put some of that on there. And then this one has got to be one of my favorites. It's my Popples. So this was last night's heart. I should say I'm trying to get them done during the day, but they're posting at night. You've been enjoying my heart a day? And there's my Popples with my little Popple hanging out out of little, and you guys can do whatever theme you want. These are just for the ideas, right? And then there's a little pocket, and then she pops right out of here. Because, hello, Popples was all about the pockets. So, I think they came back for a short period of time, and then we lost them again. You love watching these? I'm so glad. And then this one was today's. So, if you haven't seen today's, be prepared. You're about to get a sneak peek. I've been missing my grandma a lot, so I made this in honor of her. So she actually raised parakeets, which is why the bird is there. She loved birds and butterflies. And it says a special person, which is, she was very special. So, this one I taught you guys to do patchwork. We did some patchwork on this one. So, that was a really special one for me to do. And I just love it. So anyway, so I'm probably going to put this on a bigger ring on one of these, because I can see we may have to split them up into 2 because there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. We're only on day 4, you guys, and we already have this. So make sure you're sharing that out too. You love them, Becca Boo. I'm so glad. I don't love this one, you guys. I may just put something else in the front because I don't like that one to be my first one, but it's whatever. You guys can do what you want to do. I'm just here for the ideas. And if you're doing it along with me, make sure you tag me, or you know, send me a picture if you're not on you know, a platform. So, okay guys, I think that's all for me tonight. I'm going to join hubby in the living room because I've missing him the last few nights because we've all been doing our own thing. Moms and grandmas are the best. Yeah. Oh, yes. My grandma was very, very special. She was, I called her Nanny, and everywhere you go, she was always a hit. She was funny and very witty and very smart, and she just would give, you'll see the video. She'll give anybody, you know, the shirt off her back. What, Becca? What, Becca? I see you said, guess what? Did you go, I want to say you went live today, and I only saw like a little piece because I was getting ready to sit down for dinner when I saw it, and I couldn't watch it all, but I'll go back and watch it. Yes! Okay, I did guess that. I guessed right. Yay! So basically, you want to use these hooks, are at Dollar Tree if you find them in the section where all the stuff is. It's really hard to find the big ones. This is the smaller one. This is the 1.5 inch, and this is the 2 inch. So we're probably going to use the 2 inch for this, I think. But if you're doing a small one, I'm doing, and this will still work for it, but I used a shower curtain ring. If you can't find them, you can still do it. Just do it with a shower curtain ring. So everybody's got one of those. Just steal one from your shower. Nobody will notice, I promise. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to go finish up what I'm doing. Yes! So I'm going to go finish up what I'm doing, and then join hubby. But I want to say, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, but I hope you did. And it's Monday, so I'll be back working tomorrow. We're probably going to be super busy, and I'll have stuff to catch up on. So I'm probably not going to go live tomorrow. It's not a Journal Tuesday, because next Tuesday is the last Tuesday of the month. I don't have a calendar in front of me right now, but I'm pretty sure next Tuesday is when I owe you a journaling, which I do have a plan. I have a plan in action. I'm really excited for the ATC cards for this month and March. Yes, I've already started on March's because we have to stay ahead of everything. And I think you guys are going to like what we're doing for March. I have 2 really good themes that we're doing. So, all right, I'm going to get off now, but I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.